I don't want to be with men that are making those awful decisions. So clearly this man is not for me. If he does not see my value, if he does not see my worth, if he does not see even a percentage of what I bring to the table, when overall I bring so much that the table isn't even big enough, like you need multiple tables to be able to hold up what I bring to the table. Like, I don't even know if there's enough tables. Do you know what I mean? Okay, there's enough tables. There are enough tables, but it's just like, needs to be so many tables. There's gonna need to be so many tables. And like, I just can't comprehend the stupidity of men. My appearance is truly the least interesting thing about me. Like, I know what I look like and I absolutely own it. And I've been made to feel so conceited and cocky and overtly confident for it, and like it's something wrong. But I know that I don't come from a conceited place whatsoever, because I'm never going around comparing myself to other people. I am my only competition. And just when I look into the mirror and I think to myself, like, how I feel when I see myself, I genuinely feel happy. I feel excited. I feel thrilled because I feel beautiful. And it's just how I feel about myself, whether or not anybody else agrees. But nonetheless, I also know my personality. I know my sense of humor. I know my heart. I know how I treat people. I know how I treat myself. I know how I view life. I know how I experience life. And just overall, the things that make me who I am from the inside is far more interesting and far more valuable than anything out here could ever be. And I understand that if, for example, I got like acid thrown in my face, or like I just had some physical deterioration and I would lose my quote unquote hotness, I would still have everything within me. And of course it would take a toll on how I view myself, and insecurities would absolutely be resurfaced and retriggered. Nonetheless, it wouldn't change the fact that I am still far more interesting and far more of a person just from my insides than anything could ever would compare with my outsides. And I'm grateful to have both, to be able to be, to myself, in my opinion, beautiful on the inside, and the outside is like, whoa, like what the fuck. Nonetheless, it's not a nice thing anymore when men just see the external and think, wow, like that's all I want. I don't even want to get under that layer and layer of complexity and multidimensionality of this human being that is interesting and funny and like just overall amazing, because that's how I feel about myself. And it's usually the reactions I get from other people. Obviously not the triggered insecure bitches, but I wouldn't want them in my space anyway. But no, so it's just like, I genuinely don't care anymore if men find me physically attractive. If anything, I want them to fucking leave me the fuck alone, because like, you genuinely have such an amazing human being in terms of like a personality near you, and all you're interested in is the fucking like physicalness of it. Like, you can also have that, but it's like, it's so dumb for me when men are just like going after that one thing when they can have literally that, and somebody that makes them laugh, and somebody that supports them, and somebody that loves them unconditionally, and somebody that treats them kindly, and somebody that's fucking interesting and exciting and thrilling and just like a hoot of a time and down for anything and spontaneous and slightly dramatic sometimes, but still in a very funny way, and very like communicative, and just generally an unbelievable all-around spectacular human being. Like, they could have that plus my body and my face, and they just stop at the like one dimensionality of me. Like, it's just so sad. It's just so sad, because I'm like, you are so dumb right now. You're being so dumb right now, and I wish you understood. It's like their loss, of course, but then I'm like, babes, like, I feel for you. I feel for you, and I know it seems like I'm coming from a place of like, okay, but then like, why do you care? Like, if you think you're such a hoot of a time, why do you even care to like feel for them? Because imagine knowing that somebody had like the winning lottery ticket, right? And then like not being able to tell them, or not be like, they like them having the ticket and then like throwing it away or not buying it because they just like didn't believe that it was the winning ticket, and then you having to explain to them like it was the winning ticket, but then be like, no, it wasn't, like, because they're just not believing of it, right? Like the same thing of over explaining yourself to somebody else. If they don't know, if they don't even see the percentage of it, they're blind. Like, you're not going to be able to convince them, just you're wasting your time. But I just genuinely, like, even with somebody, if I knew they had the lottery, like the winning lottery ticket, but they just like didn't believe me for whatever reason, I would feel so bad for them, because like obviously it doesn't impact me that they didn't win the lottery, but I'm just like, you could have won the fucking lottery. Maybe that's a terrible analogy because it makes me seem like it seemed like I'm the fucking lottery, like $1 million, but I am, first of all, and it's not like I'm one in a fucking billion. Like, there's a lot of amazing, incredible, beautiful human beings on the planet, especially women. I like every single woman alive, I think, is like so beautiful in their own unique, extravagant, magnificent ways. And